Good day, brothers. Good day, Sir Magadan. I am Rico, and together with my partner, Fred Joseph, allowed me to present our assigned topic for cosmology. Our topic focused on the part 3, Nature Loves to Hide, Chapter 7, The Genius of Paganism. In this chapter, we will deal with the nature, the gods, and the traditional cults, and also an apology for paganism and tolerance by Themistius and Symmachus, and also the Telestics, the Emperor Julian. So first, uh, from the nature, the gods, and the traditional cults. So the gods that correspond to the various powers of nature absolutely insist on being honored according to the traditional call as practiced in the city. So, tungod kay sa city nila, uh, ang mga ginoo or gods is higher being, higher than human being. Nasa sila mga gahom. Then, they are insist or napugos sila nga i-worship or i-honor sila sa mga tao. Diya, mao po sunod sa maong syudad. Then, the philosophers must speak of nature while conserving the names of the gods, traditionally linked to the elements and the powers of nature, and on the other, that to renounce traditional cults as Christians do means prohibiting oneself from knowing nature. So, dinhi sa part na sa first part sa atong discussion, giawhag nga ang mga philosopher ila jung ihisgutan ang nature, pero ila pong i-conserve ang mga ngan sa gods. Then ni-connecta sa elemento o sa gahom sa natures. Then pero kani sa gi-renounce ni sa atong gi-renounce ni traditional ko para sa atong pagtuong Kristiyano nga dili ta mo worship og idols, images, aside from God. So si God lang jud ang atong i-worship. So mo ni makapugong nato pahimawaan nato ang natures sa mga butang-butang. So then traditional religion is physics in image presented to the people in the myths and statues of the gods. So sa traditional religion, tungod kay mga tao gustong makita kung kinsa ang ilang Ginoo, so nagama sila og mga estatwa nga nagrepresentar sa Ginoo, kanilaing mga Ginoo, like Ginoo sa adlaw, Ginoo sa gabi, Ginoo sa fertility, Ginoo sa unsang Ginoo, Ginoo sa farming, sa air, sa water, sa fire. So daghan sila og mga gods. Then nagtukod pa sila og mga estatwa nga mao ilang girepresentar, nga mao ni nagrepresent sa ilang Ginoo sa traditional religions. So nagamit sila og mga imahe na mao gi-worship sa mga tao, unlike nato karon nga we are as Christians, we only worship one God. Then we venerate people, good people like saints, help us connect with one only God. So mythical physics revealed by the gods at the origin of mankind, whose meaning only wise understanding through allegorical interpretation. So ni-reveal ra kuno ang mga Dios or Ginoo tungod sa pagsugod sa natong mga tao, origin of mankind. Then through kung ano nato ni siya through allegorical interpretation. Then to Porphyry, by citing Heraclitus' aphorism, nature's love to hide, we wanted not only to show that discourse on nature must be mythical, but also to justify against Christianity, which was beginning to gather strength. Then traditional polytheism in the world of ancient civilization, with its temples, statues, tragedies, and poems. This means that the nature of a things or a person is hidden through a visible things. That is the in the traditional cult, that the nature of the demons are presented in a mythical way, and others to appears to use through gifts. So, yun si Morphery nga kung atong isite ang aphorism ni Heraclitus na nature's love to hide, uh, gusto niya nga dili lang ipakita ang discourse sa nature nga mythical, pero gusto niya ipasabot o i-justify nga sukwahi sa pagtuong Kristyanismo nga natong panahon na nga gather na sugod nag strength ang traditional Polynesianism sa whole Asian civilization nga about temples, statues, and tragedies na pasabot nga ang mga nature sa butang or sa tao nakatago sa mga makita nato. So ang visible things na siya hidden reality. So mo to pasabot. Then for Iamblichus, the demons appear as the jealous guardians of the secrets of nature. The secrets that are hidden is in unspeakable mysteries, such as those of Isis or Abydos. For he says that the organization of the universe is primordially contained in these mysteries. This says that in universe there are always mysteries that it can be through the visible by an objects presented. So murag pasabot niya ini is ang mga demons or demonyo nga nagtago sa mga putang, dili sila magpakita as their true nature. Dili sila magpakita, so na-represent lang sila in an object or things nga nasa palibot. So it's like a misteryo para nato nga sa atong palibot demons are appearing. Mas sila mga jealous guardians, because in our Christian faith nakita ta nga kaning mga demons are the fallen angels of God nga ni-reveal niya. So na ilang gustong bungkagon ang nature, sekreto sa natures na di na to masabot ang mga misteryo nga kaning mga demonyo nagtago sa mga butang nga gipresentar sa atong pananawon o nakita nato sa atong mga mata. Then that which conserves the universe thus means that the secret of nature must not be unveiled. So para ma-conserve ang kalibutan, ang sekreto sa nature dapat dili ma-reveal. So dapat naka-enclose, nakatago lang siya para murag win-win solution. That is why in magic the demons can be terrorized and made to obey by uttering threats. For instance, threatening to reveal the mysteries of Isis or to unveil the secrets of Abydos. So kami tagahom nga hadlokon ang demonyo para dili na sila magsamok, para dili nila atong ipakita ang sekreto. So mahadlok sila mahadlok sila nga ang ilang misteryo i-reveal nato, so mao nang magtago sila. So in the next part, an apology for paganism and tolerance by Themistius and Symmachus. For Heraclitus' aphorism was thus enlisted in the service of an apology of paganism. This apology was moreover ambiguous. Aphorism in general is truth and is never been doubt. So ambiguous. Then aphorism is general truth and it's never been doubt. So truth. kamatuoran ug dili na kini kaduha-duhaan. So gustong ipasabot niini nga ang aphorism ni Heraclitus in the service of the apology of paganisms nga ang katibuk-an nga kamatuoran dili na jud kaduha-duhaan. Mao na jud ay realidad nga atong nakita. Like nature itself, the cult of the gods is no doubt part of the universal order, yet in the philosopher's view, it has an interior rank. So, dinhi sa atong pagpuyo or sa atong nature, ang mga kulto sa mga ginoo or mga images of others is dili kaduduhaan nga part na dyan sa atong paglawig din sa kalibutan. Mga naman ay nasunod sa mga pagans na atong mga forefathers kagigikanan. And before we become Christians, then in philosophers' view, it has to be inferior rank. So, nagya po sila rank. Murag atong makita ang hierarchy. Even as he submits to the custom of the city, the philosopher refers to be priest of the supreme God. So, ang mga philosophers, mao ang ginoo or sumusunod sa ginoo sa kitasan, to whom no statues are raised and about whom no myths are told. So, walay mga estatwa nga matukod o walay mga myths ang masulti sa ban. Cults are in the universal orders and it has been a view as the inferior rank or in the highest rank. In this, the cults or our religions are presented in a universal or never been doubt as a general truth. Just like in our religion, the Christianity or Roman Catholic, we are called as universal church, which is never been doubt, and it is a general truth nga sa tibuok kalibutan. We are universal. Makita ta sa nga lugar. Even in Muslim countries, nagya po yung mga Christian communities. So, ang mga kulto or ang religion nagrepresentar sa kinatibuk-an o dili na kani kaduha-duhaan. There is a single goal, says that Themistius, but the paths of preaching it are different. Did not Homer say each one sacrifice to a different god? He continues that nature, according to Heraclitus, loves to hide, and prior to nature, the demerged nature creator, whom he revered and admired above all things, because the knowledge we can have of him is not easy or obvious, nor it is thrown in front of us. We cannot achieve it without difficulty or with one hand. So, ang atong pagsabot, dili na to na dali-dali nga masabtan or madawat. So, inanay ka na. Dili lang na parehas nga gitunulan ka o pagkaon, madawat na mo dito. So, para ni Heraclitus nga ang nature loves to hide. Gusto jud magtago. Then, kailangan na to nga sabton or palawman ang atong pagsabot. Kay dili man nato makuha ang knowledge kung dili nato na siya mapaningkamutan nga lihukon sa atong kaugalingong katakos.
Good day everyone. Good day sir. I am Seminarian Fred Joseph Bianco and I am here to continue the reporting of our chapter 7. So as a continuation, the letter said that to discover the author and the father of the universe is the great feat, and when one has discovered him, it is impossible to divulge him to everyone, not only to do nature and its inferior gods to hide, but the demiurge himself who has produced them does so as well. It is therefore not possible to achieve certainty in the area of religion. This stated that in discovering the true author, the Father of the universe is very impossible, and it is discovered, it is impossible to show it or impossible to reveal to everyone, because as what it is say that nature loves to hide, and it has only been seen through visible sign of an object. So in this stage, in this part that state that discovering the true author, the Father of the universe is very impossible. So, naingingon nga ang Ginoo is mysterious. Dili dyan na ito mahibawan. Wala pa nakakita. Gawas sa katuang mga nangamatay. Pero, makitaan man ganin nato na ang makitaan ganin nato ang Ginoo is more like dili na to lisod na to ma-explain o lisod na to may pakita sa mga tao kay lagi sa masay ingon nature loves to hide. So ang nature sa Ginoo is dili sa ipakita kung dili pinaagi ra sa manang kato ang nasa ebanghelyo nga the burning bush katong istorya pinagi sa ka burning bush. O ikaduha pod kato ang pag-communicate sa katong mga propeta sa Ginoo. Dili makita pero pinagi sa mga visible things nga gamiton sa Ginoo para sa ayang communication. So we cannot seek the absolute truth by ourselves and doing it. It seems to develop it through letters and in general truth. So absolute truth dili na to makuha jud as in makuha na jud nato ang kinauyukan, kundi kinahanglan pa jud ang general truth o ato pa sa praktison aron makuha nato. There is thus a certain difference between the apologetic of Themistius and of that of Porphyry. For the latter, nature and its inferior divinities wants to be honored, and in the traditional form of the myths and ceremonies of Greek and Roman religion, which they have been chosen and prescribed to the ancient sages. By contrast, according to Themistius, the superior and inferior divinities do not prefer to one path or to another, but they agree to be honored by the diverse path. So, on the Thalistics by Imperial Julian. So, what do you mean by Thalistics? Thalistics, as Pierre Bianze has shown, is closely with the utilization of signs and symbols, drawings, letters, and formulas, which were placed outside or inside the statutes of the gods, and which ensured the presence of God in these statues. The meaning of the Thalistic cited in the freedictionary.com, the ancient art. So the Thalistics means that the ancient art of causing statues, idols, etc. to appear to be inhabited by the deity. So these Thalistics are arts that in ancient times that Proclus was used. So kaning Thalistics is man siya ang mga ancient arts para lang gigama nga imong idols, statues, and etc. And then as Thalistics 2 years previously in 362, the Emperor Julian had also cited Heraclitus' aphorism, but is wholly different spirit. For nature loves to hide, and does not tolerate that the secret of the essence of the God should be flung in naked terms into impure ears. We see clearly the Heraclitus aphorism is placed here in the service of pagan apologetics. The end of praise I have just cited shed useful light to the meaning assumed to the emperor by the formula nature loves to hide. So for Julian, it means that God must be spoken in the mysterious, enigmatic, and symbolic way. so that God really are. God really are. Their essence may not be expressed in naked terms. These naked terms cannot be thrown into impure ears. Only the person who has been purified and the right to discovered through allegorical exegesis. Be the profound meaning of the myths and rites. Here we find once again the lesson of luminous dreams as told by Porphyry. Like Porphyry, Julian wonders to which branch of philosophy the narration of myths is appropriate, unlike Porphyry. However, he clearly affirms that neither physical nor logic nor mathematics, were in the scientific part of philosophy, allows the use of myths. Only ethics and naturalistic of material part of theology admit a fabulous narration, each in its own way. So Emperor Julian also cited the Fourierism, but it is wholly different spirit, because Molagina, for nature loves to hide, and it does not tolerate the secret of the essence of God. One wonders to which branch of philosophy the narration of myths is appropriate, unlike Porphyry. However, he clearly affirms that neither physical nor logic nor mathematics, were in the scientific part of philosophy, allows the use of myths. Only ethics and naturalistic of material part of theology admit a fabulous narration, each in its own way. So Emperor Julian also cited the Fourierism, but it is wholly different spirit, because Molagina, for nature loves to hide, and it does not tolerate the secret of the essence of God. So for ang nature sa Ginoo is kanang pili og tago-tago, or nature loves to hide, para dili ma-tolerate sa uban ang secret or ang essence sa atong Ginoo. Dili ma-flam the naked terms into impure ears. For Julian, it means that God must be spoken in a mysterious, enigmatic and symbolic way. Only the person has been purified and that thus the right to discover through allegorical exegesis the profound meaning of the myths and rites. Here we find once again the lesson of luminous dreams as told by Porphyry. In the text by Porphyry, where mention is made of an occultation of nature according to Heraclitus, the god and the world soul are just as closely linked to traditional religion and physics in images. Julian is careful not to give the clear definition of this dualistic and mystical theology, but we may suppose that he understands this by expression, a procedure that pertains both to the soul and to the body. The former would consist in an edifying exegesis or myth, and the latter in the practice of the traditional as well as the theurgic rites. This is go back to the original context or tradition. The purification of souls as the astral body, and on the other, the soul ancient towards the supreme principle would be ensured. So, when a text this concept for traditional in Platonism, it was considered as the mysteries of Eleusis, and more generally the ceremonies of the cult and the form of statues as well as the decoration and symbols of these statues, and had been chosen by the sage in the most distant antiquity with regards to the cosmos. This Platonic idea first appears in Varro, who affirms the ancient sage chose from form of statues and gods and their attribute, so that when they are completed with the eyes of the body, we see that the world soul and its part with a genuine God. And Julian is careful not to give the clear definition, but what we may suppose that under the standard or ang giingon niya is wala gi pakita, kundi pinagi lang sa mystical nga mythical o mystical nga paagi o gunsog kinsa ang Ginoo. So the theistic theology according to the late Neoplatonism therefore includes first of all a mythical discourse and religious rites which are accessible to the profane and place them in a relation in an inexplicable way with the divine presence and list of the lower divinities. For the philosopher, however, the practice of these formulas and actions illuminated by exegesis enables him to reach the higher divinities. Porphyry, for his part, thought that only philosophy that is spiritual effort allows us to attain union with the transcendent divinity without myths or rituals. Julian, following Lacambius, whose doctrine is explicitly consider that the human soul is sunk too deeply in matter to be able to achieve the supreme goal by its own strength, and it needs divine assistance to the revelation of the myths. And lastly, the Neoplatonists wanted to protect traditional religion against the invasion of the Christian religion, for they sincerely believed that the cult of the god was linked to the action of the world soul, which preserved the universe. Thus, they came to make Heraclitus' aphorisms the slogan for a pagan reaction. Nietzsche said that Christianity was a Platonism for the people. For the Neoplatonists, pagan myths and rituals were also Platonism for the people, or even more precisely, a hidden physical. So on this topic, it says that nature loves to hide. Ang ako lang nasabtan is dili ang nature sa atong Ginoo is dili makita nato, invisible or tangible, but through things or pinaagi sa uban nga buhat, pinaagi sa buhat ug sa mga uban ng mga gamit, kay sama lang sa katong akong giingon nga kato ang Ginoo nagpakita pero dili ingon nga pinagi sa tao jud siya, kundi pinagi sa usa ka burning bush nga kay istorya siya ni Moises. Unya ang kaduha pod is kato ang istorya katong nagpahibaw nga pinagi sa kalapati tong behold my son, itong gibunyagan si Jesus. So ang Ginoo sa akong nasabdan ani is dili niya gusto nga ma-ruin ang iyahang kuano mabinuangan mo nga ang iyahang gigamit ang mga butang o ang mga visible sign nga siya na, pero pinagi lang sa mga butang nga kalibutan. Pero towards it, ang naasod na nagpalikod na ang Ginoo, pero kipakita lang pinagi sa mga butang. O maura to, o salamat.